White show.
Which sparkle man that ain't got to shake your head. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
So One Piece is one of my favorite animes of all time, or manga, whatever you want. I started with the manga, then I got into the anime. Love it. Haven't watched it in years. So this whole game kind of took me by surprise because it takes place in the middle, I guess you could call it, of One Piece, or more towards even the third half of it now. It's just very, very deep into the story of One Piece. So if you've never watched One Piece, you've never seen One Piece, you never read One Piece, you probably want to stay away from this game because you won't understand fucking shit what's happening. So let's get into if this game is worth playing or not for at least the fans of the show or manga.
Which sparkle man that ain't got to shake your head. Get that side check.
Alright, the good. And the good are minimal again. I am so sorry. These are 2 reviews in a row that make me sad, but I have to talk about the bad. But let's talk about the good. The graphics are beautiful. Very cel-shaded. Very manga-like versus anime. But they have that anime feel of the movement, but the manga look, and I love that. I really do love it. And also the special attacks look sick. The way they smash people into the walls, and they have the boom like the manga or the comic have, and it just looks great. I love the whole atmosphere, the whole look. All the levels look pretty cool. Everything in this game definitely looks really good. And another feature that's really cool is it has a huge amount of characters to play as. You just right off the bat have like 15 plus characters, and then they give you a lot more as you progress through the story and unlock them. So I really did like that feature. And the last thing I do like is the level up feature. It is always a cool thing to me to have little RPG features such as leveling up, giving them items, so on. So I did like that feature a lot in this game. Now let's get to the flip side. Unfortunately, this game suffers from the biggest issue, which is it's very short in the story mode, which isn't a big deal. It's a fighter. You're not expecting a 20-hour game here in the story, but I was expecting more than, 4 or 5 hours in the story mode. It's just very minimal. Also, something like I was saying before, is that it just drops you in the middle of the arc when Ace gets sentenced to death and Luffy goes to save him with Whitebeard. This is kind of where I stopped watching the anime, so it was cool to actually see those scenes. I enjoyed them a lot. But at the same time, anybody else is just like, what the fuck is happening, and who are these people, and why does this guy stretch, and why is his brother on fire? Oh, it's his power. People will be confused, and that's not good. I get it that we don't want to repeat the whole story, but give it a little catch-up, a little intro to find out who these characters are and why they're there for any type of game where you're taking on the series. But Naruto did the same thing, and I found fault in there, and I find fault here. Dragon Ball Z always gives you a little catch-up, or at least an idea of what the hell is happening, even though everybody on the world has watched Dragon Ball Z at this point. Another bad thing is the combat. It is flashy, it looks nice, but it is not really that fun. It's very, very short on combos, and when you do combos, while they look cool, they're really, really sluggish. And what I mean by that is you'll hit X, X, Y. I played on the Xbox One, and it just feels like it's catching up to your input instead of feeling like you're naturally hitting the buttons and they're doing the action. Now, it's not super sluggish like the Yu Yu Hakusho game for PS2, but it definitely doesn't feel as quick and as fast as something like the new Naruto games or even the newer Dragon Ball Z games, even though I have problems with both of those, not nearly as much as here. It feels very sluggish. Also, the last thing that really annoys me is this camera angle. Sometimes it just does what it wants. Sometimes you can't see the enemy. Sometimes it's too close, and now you could drag it back, but then it's too far. There's things that are wrong with the camera angle in general that were annoying. It's minimal, but it's annoying there. And that is my biggest problems with the game, is that it has so many features that annoy you that you can't really enjoy it all that much. So let's get to the overall feeling of it.
Which sparkle man that ain't got to shake your head. Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
As a One Piece fan, I did enjoy this game for what it was. It was fan service galore. You got to see things that you've only seen in the manga and anime brought to life in video game form, and it looked great, but it didn't play great, and that is the biggest fault this game has. It's not all that fun after the first few hours. The AI can get ridiculously cheap at points, and it's just really kind of boring after the first initial 4 hours I was playing this game. So I have to give this game a 6 out of 10. Now, that doesn't mean it's horrible or bad. It's just a little bit better than the middle line. It is fun for a few hours, But would I recommend this at full price? Slightly. I shouldn't even say slightly. I'm going to go with a no. As a huge One Piece fan, you're definitely going to enjoy it. But I still don't recommend it at full price. So 6 out of 10. Take it as you will. I would rent this before buying. But everybody else who doesn't know One Piece, this game is not for you. You're going to be completely lost.